Hello learners, I want us today to look at break-even analysis. Earlier we had talked about element of cost and we said element of cost are three. We have material cost, we have the labor cost, and we have the overhead cost, and we said when we are calculating total cost is equals material cost plus labor cost plus overhead cost. Now I want to introduce something called break-even analysis. Now break-even analysis, you do a break-even analysis to know if you are making a profit or your business is not making profit, it is making loss. So it is very common for food and beverage management to be faced with problems concerning the level of food and beverage cost that can be afforded, prices of food and beverage to be set, level of profit required at department and unit level, number of customers required to cover specific costs or to make a certain level of profit. Now, when you're doing break-even analysis, you're supposed to do you are supposed to ask yourself the following question so that you can rate your business. So you are supposed to ask yourself, what level of sales is needed to cover fixed costs of a unit? Now we said, we go back to the elements of cost. We said the elements of cost can be classified into two, where we have based on their behavior and also based on their nature. Based on their behavior, it's where we said we have material cost, labor cost, and overhead. Now based on their, that is based on nature, and also based on their behavior, it's where we have the fixed cost, we have the semi-fixed cost, and the variable cost. Now the break-even analysis will be analyzing it using based on their behavior. Now that's why we have said what level of sales is needed to cover the fixed cost of a unit. You need also to ask yourself this question: what level of sales is required for a particular unit to achieve a excess net profit? And how did we say we calculate net profit? The net profit is equals total sales minus total cost. And we said we calculate total cost using material cost plus labor cost plus the overhead. Or you can calculate the total cost using fixed cost plus some fixed cost plus variable cost. Now that's how we calculate we get the total cost, and we subtract the total cost, the total sales from minus total cost to get the net profit percentage or in shillings. Now number three, you need to ask yourself this question: what level of sales is required to increase the net profit of a unit? Let's say it's 10,000 shillings. Another question that you need to ask yourself is, what is the effect of increasing prices by 5% on the net profit? Another question is, what will be the effect on net profit of increasing average spending power of cost by EOS per meal? Another one, what increased level of sales must be obtained to cover the spending of 1,000 shillings on advertisement to promote the restaurant? What will be the financial implication of discounting beverages during a proposed promotion? You also need to ask yourself, because when you're doing a promotion, remember some money will be involved. You also need to ask yourself this question: what is the relationship between the capital invested in a restaurant and its sales? The capital that you invested in the business. Now, the answers to the following, to the above, it is answered using the technique relationship between fixed, semi-fixed, and variable costs of at a specific volume of business to be conveniently graphically represented. So we have the break-even point and level of sales identified, which aid to predetermine level of net profit. Now that's where we get the break-even point. So how do we define break-even point? The break-even point, it is at the stage where volume of business at which the total cost are equal to the sales and neither profit or loss is made. So you realize that in the break-even point, you'll realize the business is not making profit or is not making any loss. Now, the assumption, because sometimes it's not realistic to have no profit and also to have loss at zero. So their assumption, this one is based on assumption. 1, selling price remains constant irrespective of various level of output. The selling price, it will remain constant. Another assumption is that variable cost per unit remain the same at various of output. Another one, fixed costs remain unchanged at all levels of fixed activity. Another one, it is possible to distinguish between fixed costs and variable costs. And also, the method of production remains the same. So it is meaning the selling price, the variable cost, the fixed cost, and the method of production, it is the same. It is not changing, which is not realistic because you find the prices of ingredients are changing day and night. Now that's why we say it is assumption, because it will be difficult for us to have a break-even point. Now, what are the uses of break-even chart? It enables to determine the profit or loss at different levels of activities. Another one, it is useful to measure the relationship between cost, volume, and profit. Number 3, it helps to determine the break-even units, that is output and sales volume. Another one, it helps to measure the profitability of various products, and also it facilitates most profitable product mix to be adopted. Number 6, the last one, it assists future planning and forecasting. Now, the break-even point can be represented into 2 ways, where we have the first one is graphical representation and the other one is tabular presentation. Now, for the graphical presentation, we have a chart here where we have the y-axis and x-axis. So when we are drawing a graph, it should have a y-axis and x-axis, and we also say that they meet at one point, which is 0. So we have done it in a scale of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have the first one, which is the cells. The cells start from 0. So that's why we have the cells. And we have the total cost. The total cost cannot start from the 0 because it is addition of material cost, labor cost, and the overhead cost. So that's why we have the total cost. Now, the variable cost also starts from the 0. And we have the fixed cost. Fixed costs are things like rent. Rent does not change. So rent remains fixed. It is a fixed cost, that's why it is a straight line. Now, where you see that the sales and total cost they are meeting, the point where they are meeting, it is the point called break-even point. Now we have another, from here, from the break-even point, we have another one where we call it a margin of safety. Margin of safety. Now that is graphical presentation. Now the graphical presentation from this from the above chart that we have drawn, we can understand the following. Cost and sales revenue are represented on vertical axis, that is y-axis. Volume of production or output in units are plotted in horizontal axis. Fixed cost line is drawn parallel to x-axis. Now we define what is the margin of safety because I've drawn it. I've shown it in the graphical presentation. The margin of safety, this represents the difference between the actual level of activity and the break-even level of production or activity. Or it is the range of output between break-even point and the actual output achieved. So we have a calculation there. If the actual level of activity is 8,000 units and the break-even point lies at 30,000 units, therefore the margin of safety will be the actual level of activity minus the break-even point, which is 80,000 unit minus 30,000 units, you get 50,000 units. Now, in our next lesson, we look at tabular presentation.